So to those who would complain about worker shortages, here's my message. There is no better time to hire and invest in Canadian workers.
Hello guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening sa inyo guys kung nasa man kayo ngayon. So for today guys, pag-uusapan natin yung mga changes na nangyari for the past days. And hindi ko alam kung good news ba to or bad news ba to para sa inyo, no? But meron lang ako konting theory kung bakit to nangyayari na, no? Kasi guys, nung 2020 pa lang. So nung nag-lodge kami ng 2020 for the second time para do sa student visa namin, nakatutok na ako sa news, sa stats, di ba? And medyo makikita natin doon kung bakit nangyayari yung mga changes ngayon, no? So, punta tayo doon sa sa data, right? O yung sa stats. So dito guys, ito yung number of immigrants in Canada from 2000 to 2023. Nakita naman natin guys na talagang nag-rocket talaga yung numbers, no? So from 2021 hanggang 2023 almost nasa 500,000 na siya, right? Kung makikita nyo naman, so from 2021 tapos nag 2022 800,000 mahigit. At guys, alam naman natin na ang mga study permit, pwede silang mag-work ng at least 20 hours a week. And to add guys, mostly ng mga nag-i-student dito kasama yung spouse o yung partner. At alam naman din natin guys na kapag may student visa ka, eligible yung partner mo or yung iyong spouse na kumuha ng open work permit, right? So let's say mga 50% niyan is merong spouse. So sabihin natin nasa 400,000 na. So, yung 400,000 na yun is merong open work permit, right? So, yung mga changes ngayon, I think, is kinda related to these numbers, right? Kasi guys, 6 days ago, nag-announce ang Quebec na hindi mo nila ipaprocess yung mga low-wage TFW nila, no? I think kasi guys, imbis na mapupunta yung work sa mga tao na nando sa province, napupunta pa yun sa mga TFW. Panoorin natin guys yung news, I think 6 days ago.
The Quebec government is putting a freeze on bringing in new temporary foreign workers who hold low-wage jobs in the Montreal area. Premier François Legault announced the 6-month pause as a first step to encourage Ottawa to cut back on the number of temporary immigrants, putting pressure on health services, he says, education, housing in the province.
I think we have to show the example because we're putting a lot of pressure since almost a year on Justin Trudeau to reduce the 420,000 temporary immigrants controlled by the federal government. Few times Mr. Trudeau and Mr. Miller said, but what about your programs? We take action today, so I hope they won't use this argument anymore and finally make a move to reduce the number of immigrants.
So yan yung news guys 6 days ago, no? Pero guys, mas na-focus ako dun sa sinabi nung premier ng Quebec na for a year they are putting pressure kay Trudeau na bawasan yung target na 420,000 immigrants, 'di ba? Siguro kasi talagang nakikita nila na merong effect 'yon doon sa mga current citizen na nandito sa Canada, right? And then after that, kahapon lang, nag-announce naman si Justin Trudeau. So, pakinggan naman din natin yung kanyang announcement.
We are tightening the rules and restricting eligibility to reduce the number of low-wage temporary foreign workers in Canada, with exceptions in certain industries like healthcare, construction, and food security. We'll also be looking at changes to the high-wage stream of the program as part of the minister's expedited 90-day review. So to those who would complain about worker shortages, here's my message. there is no better time to hire and invest in Canadian workers.
Yan. So, yan naman yung nangyari kahapon, guys, no? So, 6 days ago, si Quebec, and then kahapon naman, si Justin. So, pag check natin, guys, dun sa website ng canada.ca, yung changes is very, for me, is kind of vague pa, no? Hindi pa siya ganun ka-clear, no? Pero, check natin yung mga key points. Ito, guys. Sabi dito, in response to the current employment environment, the following changes will be implemented effective by September 26, 2024. So, yung number 1, guys, the Government of Canada will refuse to process labor market impact assessment or yung LAMIA in the low-wage stream applicable in census metropolitan areas with an employment rate of 6% or higher. Exceptions will be granted for seasonal and non-seasonal jobs in food security sectors, primarily agriculture, food processing, and fish processing, as well as construction and healthcare, right? So, guys, ang key point dyan is yung 6%, right? Yung unemployment rate of 6% or higher. Mamaya, guys, check natin yung map, no? Next key point is employers will be allowed to hire no more than 10% of their total workforce through the TFW program. This maximum employment percentage will be applied to the low-wage stream and is further reduction from the March 2024 reduction. Exemptions will be granted for seasonal and non-seasonal jobs in food security sectors, primarily agriculture, food processing, and fish processing, as well as healthcare and construction. And of course, yung last, the maximum duration of employment for workers hired through the low-wage stream will be reduced to 1 year. So, kasi guys, normally 2 years lagi ang LAMIA, mostly. So ngayon, 1 year na lang siya. So, wala pa talagang complete details, no, kung anong mangyayari in the following days. Pero meron tayong mga takeaways dun sa mga key points, no. So, for this, guys, i-check natin yung unemployment map for July 2024, right? So, guys, ito yung unemployment rate by province. So, i-check natin yung percentage for each province. Kasi, guys, kanina, di ba, ang target ng changes is yung 6% unemployment rate or higher, right? So, ito, guys, inayos ko na siya, no? So dun sa pinakamataas, pababa, right? So, ang number 1 na pinakamataas na unemployment rate is sa Nunavut, which is 9.7%. Sa Newfoundland and Labrador, 9.6%. Taas din pala dun, no? Tapos sa Prince Edward Island, 8.9%. New Brunswick, 7.2%. Alberta, 7.1%. Nova Scotia, 7%. Ontario, 6.7%. Northwest Territories, 6.5%. So, kung susundin natin yung article kanina, ito yung mga tatamaan, guys, ng mga changes. Kasi nga, di ba, sabi 6% or higher. So, yung mga hindi, yung Quebec, which is nasa 5.7%, Manitoba 5.7%, British Columbia dito sa amin 5.5%, Saskatchewan 5.4%, and Yukon 3%, right? So, kung sabi ko nga kanina, kung susundin natin yung article, right, yan yung mga tatamaan. So, parang majority ng mga province tatamaan kasi nga mataas ngayon ang unemployment rate nila, right? So, sa ngayon, guys, hindi pa talaga natin alam kung ano ang mangyayari sa mga susunod na araw, no? Kasi nga ang bilis ng changes, guys, no? 6 days ago nag-announce ang Quebec, and then after that kahapon lang, no, sa federal na agad siya. So yun, guys, yan yung mga announcement sa mga changes ngayon sa policy, no? Pero kasi, guys, masyado pang vague, eh. Wala pang clear cut kung ano yung mga changes on a specific na province or specific na details. Unlike kasi dun sa Montreal, guys, clear kasi yung sabi nila, di ba, for 6 months. 6 months lang sila mag-hold, di ba? Sa bagong announcement, wala naman sinabi kung hanggang kailan. At saka yung sinabi na low wage, di ba? Sa Montreal, meron talaga silang details kung ano yung papasok sa low wage. Dito kasi wala, di ba? And then, sa Montreal kasi, whether nandun ka na sa Montreal, cover ka na kagad, no? So, maaapektuhan yung mga magre-renew. Ito kasing bago, yung mga incoming pa lang. Yung policy na to, guys, is effective this year, September 26. Sa ngayon talaga, wala pa tayong clear na details, no? Pero kasi, guys, for me, malaking factor ang Quebec. Kasi nga sila ang nauna, di ba? So, ngayon, depende kung anong magiging effect niyan sa economy ng Quebec, right? Kasi guys, sila ang nauna or yung meron na silang mga clear na details about dun sa changes na yon, right? Like yung for 6 months, tapos meron yung sa low wage, di ba? Pag naging successful yun, guys, possible na gawin siyang parang model ng federal na ia-apply sa iba't ibang province. Right? Pero again, wala pa talagang clear na details maliban doon sa 3 points na nabanggit ko kanina. Alright? So ngayon, guys, wala tayong magagawa kundi mag-abang na lang muna. Right? So yun lang, guys. Thank you again for watching and see you again on my next video. Peace.